Well, the first half of the legislature's General Assembly is rapidly coming to a close in Columbus, and with hundreds of bills still to be worked on, we're looking at one of the first to be introduced. Our State House reporter Jason Aubrey is looking into how that bill would reform drug charges. It's new at 6.
Usually, the first few bills from a chamber are a major priority for lawmakers. With that said, after 11 months, senators still have not been able to pass Senate Bill 3. Senate Bill 3 is designed to do a number of things, including cracking down on drug trafficking, shifting some drug possession charges from being a felony to a misdemeanor, and focusing on getting offenders treatment instead of incarcerating them.
You have to treat people who are dealing with addiction differently than people who are involved in trafficking.
Judge Larry Jones serves on the 8th District Court of Appeals and presided over drug courts in Cleveland for years.
What I'm hoping is that judges, prosecutors, law enforcement say, well, let's think about it. Is what we're doing really working? And if not, how can we improve? After nearly a year, there is still no consensus on the bill. I talked to Senate President Larry Obhoff about what needs to happen next.
Really what we need now is just for a few of us who've been working on it to sit down with some members of the judiciary, to sit down with the Prosecuting Attorneys Association and try to find some common ground in between.
But some people, like Charles Jenkins, who've lost loved ones to overdoses, have concerns.
My biggest fear is that they legislated what I'm going to say into oblivion, so it's useless.
According to the Ohio Prosecuting Attorneys Association, there may be some room for compromise in parts of the bill, but they will not support turning felonies into misdemeanors. At the State House, Jason Aubrey, 2 News, working for you.